dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs
What
you.
up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about NXT, December 2nd, 2025. Corey and Vic on commentary. Corey sitting in for Booker T. Booker. And we started off with a hot segment here, the Women's Iron Survivor team. Well, not team. The people that are competing in this match. Sol, Lola, Kalani, and Jordan, and Kendall Gray, they're out here. This is such a stacked Iron Survivors women's match right here, man. I'm so excited. And here comes my girl JC, and she's bagging on every single one of them. Kalani's calls Jordan a meathead, and that starts a fight, and they all get in a big old fight. And I'm like, yeah, let's get the deadline this Saturday. Who is the next person to step up to JC, and who's going to step up to Oba? Because the men's survivors team is crazy stacked as well. All handpicked by John Cena, Javon, Leon, Joe, and Dion Lennox from Dark State and Miles Bourne. It's going to be a great show this Saturday. We go into our first match of the night, Ariana Grace versus Thea Hale. Joe outside, rooting her on. Stacks as well, but Joe and Stacks get into it, causing a distraction for Ariana Grace for Thea Hale to get that submission. Magician. Thea Hale gets the win, and I was very excited about that, man. I was like, all right, let's get Thea. Let's start building Thea up to who Thea Hale should be. But damn, Joe took out Stacks like crazy. Tavian Heights versus Josh Briggs. I thought Tavian was going to get the win. I don't know what was going on with the chain spot. Was he going to hit him with the chain? And then when the ref's back was turned, they really didn't do anything. And, Tavian got Josh, and Josh was down, and then Josh put his foot on the rope. I don't know. This match was okay. But Josh got the win. I don't think this is over by any means necessary. There has to be a match. These guys were beating the shit out of each other in New York City. You know what I mean? This isn't over whatsoever. We have a really great segment here. Izzy, Tatum Paxley. Izzy broke Tatum Paxley's heart. Tatum Paxley, what's crazy is the evolution of Tatum Paxley. I was watching this video when she started, when she just wasn't this character. And I think she's evolved into the Tatum Paxley we know now. She shows up on screen, the mascara, the makeup's running. And my favorite part about this is when Izzy's like, bring your ass out here. I'll beat your ass. Tatum's like, in a deadline, I'm going to make you feel all of this pain I'm feeling. I'm like, oh my gosh. I cannot wait to see Izzy versus Tatum at Deadline this Saturday. So this was a really fun segment, and I think we can rebuild Tatum back to being a champion again. Fatal Influence versus Sol versus Kendall and Lola. This is my match of the night. Oh my gosh, the women, they fought, they battled. What I was really surprised about this as we got down to the finish, Sol covered JC. Is this foreshadowing? Is this like a thing we can predict for the future? I don't know, but this match was freaking awesome, and it is my match of the night. Sol, Gray, and Lola get the win over Fatal Influence. I don't want JC Jane losing that title anytime soon, but I did enjoy this match. Dark State, Mr. Dion, he's feeling frisky. He gave away the tag team title. He gave it to his other member of the Dark State team. And he says, I'm going after singles gold. And then here comes Obafemi. Obafemi's like, get out of here, Dion. You want to talk all that smack. But Dion ain't scared. Dion's like, hey, you remember the last time we were standing right here? You blew me off like I was nobody. Well, I can't wait to go to New Year's Eve, winning this the men's Iron Survivor match, and then beating your ass. And Oba's like, bring it. I am the ruler. Next up, we have OTM versus Chase U. I don't even consider this Chase U anymore. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, yeah, Chase is there, but this is not the glory days of... I got an action figure, too, Duke. I got Duke's action figure, which I was like, oh, that's great. I packed away Mr. Chase and Thea. I was like, I had my Chase U group right there, but no. Yeah, this isn't Chase U. OTM, though, gets the win. Then we go to Ava. She's with Ethan. Ethan's like, there's nobody that wants to face me for my championship, blah, 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 blah. She's like, I think I know somebody. And in the car with Ethan Page is Mr. Iguana. With his little iguana. I was like, oh, okay. At Deadline, these two for the North American Championship. Yes, please. And Mr. Iguana stole Ethan's whip. He's like, this is mine now. Do-do-do-do, boom, boom, do-do-do-do, boom, boom. So we're going to get that match at Deadline. Dark State versus Joe versus Leon versus Javon and Miles. Well, no, Dark State versus these good 4. 4-on-4, this match was really great and fun. A battle between both teams. I'm still not a big Dark State fan by any means, but I'm glad that Joe and Leon and Javon and Miles got the win over Dark State. We're building towards this match. Well, we got the men's Iron Survivor match this Saturday. Then we go to the final segment of this show. Ava is with Oba and Ricky. They're doing a contract signing, and as they're going at each other, Oba's like, I'm a different person. I'm going to destroy you at Deadline. And Ricky's like, no, you're not. That's not what's going to happen. And the interesting part about all this is Ava says, and for the first time for a PLE, the NXT Men's Championship match will open the show. So, surprise is coming. Well, is Oba going to win that championship? Is Ricky going to beat Oba? We shall see. But this was a fun NXT. I give it a 3 out of 5. December 2nd, 2025. Corey and Vic on commentary. Fatal Influence versus Soul, Gray, and Lolo is my match of the night. And my moment of the night was Tatum Paxley telling Izzy, I'm going to make you feel all this pain I am feeling. And I'm like, oh, they're going to get in a big old fight. So are you excited about the Deadline show? Because I sure as hell am. I hope it's better than War Games. Raw was really good. So, and R.I.P. Larry. This was big news that broke today. Very, very sad, man. Just nothing but love to Punk and AJ. I know Larry was big. And I'm really glad that Larry's getting all the love, in the world. It's freaking awesome. Makes me happy. Just makes me happy. So, all right, y'all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Because at Deadline, I'm going to have to make you feel all of my pain.